Hi everyone, it's Katie for Books Live with Katie. Today we are going to be talking all about summer reading, and I'm going to apologize. I had a little bit of trouble getting set up today, so if I'm still adjusting things to try to find some better light or just get more centered on the camera, I do apologize. Again, this is Books Live with Katie, where I talk about books that I'm excited to read, as well as share information about the library with you. As you should know, next week, Tuesday, June 1st, is the start of our annual summer reading program. And staff here at the library is so excited to have you back in the library to be talking about to read with us. We have so many great things. We have programs for all ages, kids, which covers those babies through about 10 or 11 years old, maybe some 12-year-olds. Then we have the teen program, which is for students in 6th grade through 12th grade. The key here is those kids going into third grade, third grade, 6th grade get to pick if they want to do the teen or the kids program. So if you have someone finishing up 5th grade, they get to really kind of look at both programs and pick which one is best for them. And then we have the adult program, which is for everyone who has pretty much graduated high school. You can join the adult program and read and enter to win some cool prizes. So summer reading starts next week, and I invite you to stop by and look for one of these. It's our summer reading guide for 2021. It has information about all three reading programs, as well as all the events we have actually at the library. They're going to be outside, so we all kind of have signs and ways for you to find us, but we are actually going to see you in real life, and we can't wait to read with you and see you this summer at our programs. These are available now. Registration begins next week. So, summer reading. What am I summer reading? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's just excited to... Let's start over right now. I'm not going to lie. Right now, there's some great books that have a lot of buzz that I cannot wait to read. So these are my books I have on hold list. I think 2 of them are out already, and 1 comes out soon enough. So up first on my books that I think people are going to be talking about this summer, and I have on my to-be-read list, is The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. This is about a man who is a former sitcom star, and when his best friend and sister-in-law passes away, he ends up having to raise his niece and nephew. His brother goes into rehab, and it turns out he's dealing with some other things in his personal life, and it's kind of one of those stories of who needs who more, the kids needing him and he needing the kids. It's one of those books that sounds like it has enough lightheartedness. How fun is this cover? But it also sounds like there's some deep issues with the death of a parent, substance abuse, and of course family dynamics. So this is definitely on my to-be-read list this summer, and based on the hold list, I think a lot of you agree with me, and that's The Guncle by Stephen Rowley. Next is a thriller. Now, I will be honest with you, I don't read a ton of mysteries or thrillers, but when I read descriptions of this book, I put my name on it right away. It is called The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalia Harris. It is about a woman who is in publishing, and she is the only black girl in her office. And she gets so excited when they hire another one, at which time she's imagining someone that she can finally talk to that understands what she's going through and her experiences. But things kind of start going south when the other girl starts, and it starts to turn into a thriller. Who's leaving these harassing notes? Why is her life kind of falling apart when she thought it was supposed to be picking up? Again, this is a thriller and a social commentary. Talk about a great cover. Look at that. But The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalia Harris is just on my list. I'm actually on the hold list for this one, and I have a feeling that I will race through it in my 7 days because the pre-pub buzz on this one is just amazing. I feel like this is going to be a lot of great book discussions in the summer and fall, and I honestly just can't wait to read it. Okay, now I've talked about 2 books that kind of have more deeper social issues or aren't just light fun reads, which brings me to my next pick for the summer is Emily Henry's The People We Meet on Vacation. And every description I've read of this compares it to the movie When Harry Met Sally. You have 2 people that are complete opposites that meet when they kind of go on a road trip. It sounds like a college ride share when 2 people that don't know each other that are going to the same place share a ride. and they become friends, and every year they go on vacation together, and they're just friends, kind of like, oh, you're never the kind of person I would want to be with type thing, but they're great friends until, of course, something happens and they're not. And Poppy, the woman, is kind of at a point where her career is falling apart. She just needs to get back to when things were a little bit more comfortable and better, so she plans kind of one last hurrah vacation for her and her friend Alex. Emily Henry also wrote Beach Read last summer, so I have a feeling she's becoming one of those authors we can just depend on for a great, fun summer read book. That's the people we meet on vacation. The next books are the books that are actually on my, either checked out to me on my nightstand, or these are books that I have in my hand that I cannot wait to read. And I literally left two at home, which cracks me up. This is on my nightstand. This is what I'm in the middle of reading. Now, I'm going to say this, and I have to laugh, because when I was trying to think of when I became a fan of the first author, I had the most pretentious answer I could think of, and that is Seth Rogen, the actor, who you might have seen in movies, Judd Apatow movies, Superbad, Knocked Up, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, as well as the show Freaks and Geeks. I know he's done some stuff more recently, but his book, Yearbook, came out earlier this month, and it is hysterical. If you are a fan of his TV shows and movies, you're going to like it. If you're not, you probably won't. He covers the same subjects. But having started this last night, I have laughed probably about every other page and have read out multiple portions to my husband. So if you are not on the list for Seth Rogen's Yearbook and you enjoy that kind of, I don't even want to say gross out humor, because it's not necessarily gross out, it's just he pushes the envelope a little bit. This book is absolutely hysterical so far. And I think I read the best review on Amazon yesterday that said, if you like his movies, you're going to like this book. If you don't like his movies, you're not going to like this book. So far, it's just really a fun read. Again, I've laughed a lot. And as someone who's appreciated the actor since Freaks and Geeks, I think it's definitely worth getting on the list for. I'll try to finish it quick and get it back so you guys can read it. Okay, then the other book that my 2007 self is just really appreciating is the new John Green that Anthropocene reviewed. Since reading Turtles All the Way Down, I kind of felt like, is John Green going to move on from YA? Like, I don't know how I got this sense, but just like reading his book thinking like, he's ready. And his next book is a collection of essays written for adults about the time we live in, which is the Anthropocene. And it's gotten some really good reviews. I'm really looking forward to it. This is actually my Memorial Day weekend book read, so it's on my nightstand getting ready to be packed. So I am looking forward to reading this. Again, it's not his typical book. It's essays, and it's just something that I'm really looking forward to reading. The two books that I do have on hand are, first up, The Wreckage of My Presence by Casey Wilson, who you might know from the show Happy Endings, or her work on Saturday Night Live. I believe she was on Saturday Night Live for a season, like a long time ago. And this just book, again, it's a collection of essays, kind of written like a memoir, and it's just one of those books that sounds really funny. I think it's no surprise if you've watched me any of these times that I just enjoy a good celebrity memoir. I love female comedians and their voice, so this is one I'm really looking forward to reading. I started reading the first couple chapters, and she's funny. She's one of those people that I follow on Instagram and just kind of think like, yeah, she's fun. So I'm really excited to read The Wreckage of My Presence by Casey Wilson. I know I've had 3 books so far that seem kind of light and fun, or at least in my wheelhouse, so to speak. So let's go outside a little bit. Surviving the White Gaze by Rebecca Carroll is a memoir about a woman, Rebecca here, who was adopted by white parents, and she is a woman of color. And it's about growing up with white parents who don't understand what it's like to be the only white student. It's about becoming a black woman in that kind of environment and what people can't possibly understand. I don't want to necessarily compare it to, but it does kind of remind me of Nicole Chung's All You Can Never Know, where we have a story of interracial adoption and how it affects the adoptee, as opposed to kind of the narrative we like to create around the adoptive parents, where we kind of raise them up when there are a lot more issues than just, oh, look at these parents taking on XYZ. There's a lot more issues in that. She's done a lot of theory and writings about race and Black women. So I am looking forward to this. It sounds like kind of an eye-opening, thought-provoking, hopefully very enjoyable narrative of adoption. And that's Surviving the White Gaze by Rebecca Carroll. I'm not going to lie, this could be a really great book club book too. So maybe keep that on your radar for book clubs. So those are the, I guess, 7 books I am really looking forward to reading this summer. I have 2 YA books that I have on my to-be-read list. Up first is Fat Chance Charlie Vega. I actually started reading this not too long ago. It's about a plus-size, I believe she's Puerto Rican or Mexican, and I'm going to apologize if I got that wrong because it has been a while since I started it. Teen who is kind of going through high school. She has a gorgeous, popular, athletic best friend, and she kind of feels like she comes in second place all the time. Her father's passed away, and her mother has, as a result of that, lost a lot of weight and is kind of pressuring her to do that. And she just wants to be okay with who she is. And it's one of those books that, again, I've read about 80, 90 pages of it. She's just a fun character, a little bit insecure in who she is, but a smart, well thought out teenager who's just trying to get through life. There's a couple romantic issues in there. She really wants a boyfriend, and she's kind of, again, second guessing herself. So this is definitely one that I will hopefully race through when I get through a few more other books I have to read. Then I have Becky Albertalli's Kate in Waiting. I am a sucker for a book with my name in the title, and this is one that ever since reading Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, I kind of keep up to date with what she's written. I don't think I've read anything else, but this one I had to check out because it's about a girl and her best friend, and the two of them are really big into theater, and they're kind of like together all the time, and then they both fall for the same guy. He kind of comes in and kind of drives a wedge between them, and it just feels like one of those fun high school books. And again, it has to do with theater, and again, the main character has my name, so I cannot wait to read it because, again, I'm a sucker for books with my name in the title. Who knew? I'll probably try to do a book face of this one too. So that's all that's on my to-be-read list right now. It's a lot, I know, and I'm hoping to get through it. I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of trouble reading Beautiful Boy for the community reads this past month, and I'm looking forward to these light, kind of frothy summer books so that I can lighten up a little bit. So hopefully you guys all come in and sign up for summer reading on June 1st, and hopefully we see you throughout this summer at all of our amazing programs. And then my sad news is this is my last Books Live with Katie for a while. Thank you for letting me share with you what I've been reading or want to read over the past, I think, 9 months. Has it been 9 months? And I might come back in the fall, but don't worry, I'm still here to talk about books. Come in, ask for me. I'm happy to chat books almost anytime I'm free. And you can send me emails. You can check out our book blog, our staff reads. We post those every Friday. And hopefully we'll be doing more video throughout the summer about books myself and other staff are reading. If you haven't yet, check out the new library podcast, Beyond the Desk, where librarians Sarah and Elizabeth interview staff members and other people to talk about the books they're reading. There's a Pride episode for June up, I believe now. So you can get that wherever podcasts are found. I believe there's a link on the library's website. And let's see, how else can we talk about books? Yeah, again, the nonfiction book club. We're starting a nonfiction book club this summer. Sarah, one of the librarians, and myself are going to be taking turns discussing nonfiction titles, and she is doing, I believe, the book Yellowbird next week. So if you want to sign up for that, I think there's still copies available. There's still time, and or come with me in July. We're reading Jessica Simpson's Open Book, which honestly I cannot wait to talk about because I love a good celebrity memoir. What can I say? So again, thank you for letting me talk to you about books over this time. I look forward to seeing you all in person at the library. I look forward to summer reading with you. And who knows, maybe we'll be back in September. And if not, check for me at the library as well as on social media. And I'm always here for book questions and suggestions. Thanks, everyone. Bye.